Well, hello everybody who's tuning in and watching. It's John here, doing some more play and chat. I've got a quest that I'm on right now that I've got to figure out a way to get to. I think I'm taking the long way. I think that's the long way. I'm gonna try the shorter way. Either way is probably gonna be bad for me, one way or the other. Hey everybody, how you doing today? So, I'm hoping for those of you who've been watching me. You know that, where am I going here? I gotta get around. I told this story the other day, but it bears repeating. So a couple of years ago, I was in one of my classes, one of my MMA classes, and I broke a tooth. No big deal. I went to the doctors, I went to the dentist, and the dentist got my tooth all fixed up, no big deal. Put a crown on it, and everything was good. And then the other day, like 2 days ago, right before I'm about to start the John Campea show, the damn crown falls out. Like, just falls out from nothing. I wasn't doing anything. And, can you see that? Huh? So my crown fell out. So tomorrow morning, after the John Campea show is done, I'm heading over to the dentist to, hopefully get the crown put back in. At least that's the idea. Hopefully the crown will get put back in. All right. Now, I'm at the place where I need to be, and this bobcat's after me. So, I'm going to kill this bobcat quick. Do. Come on, die. I'm not here for you, bobcat. I'm here for something else. But I will skin you. And get some garbage light hide. Anyway, so hopefully tomorrow's the John Campea show. Hopefully, fingers crossed, will be the final time I'll have this gap in my teeth, and hopefully I can get my crown fixed. Because I'm telling you, it even affects the way that I talk. Because now there's a gap here where air can escape that I'm not used to having air escape. So it makes some of my funny things, like when I'm saying F's or PH's, I get extra air coming out, and it sounds really, really dumb. Dumber than normal. And I just want to say hi to Mason's in the chat board, Keith's in the chat board, Chiba, Phil, James Corporal. Hey, everybody who's there in the chat board. So listen, I'm just going to play some games here for whatever. If you guys have some movie questions you want to ask, you want me to address, or TV questions, or YouTube questions or whatever, use the super chat, fire in a question, we'll get that there. But until that happens, I'm going to stick with playing my game here. Let's see. Protect Huldar and the Iron Band Cavern, and then inform Prospector thing. Okay, so I just got... These Protector things are often pretty easy. I just got to stick with this guy, I think. I got to stick with him. And... some things are going to attack him, and I just got to kill the things that attack him before they kill him. Wait a second. What's going on? I don't understand what just happened. I guess I got to go to the caravan? Is that what's happening here? Wait a second, I don't understand what's happening. I'm lost. I'm totally lost here. What's going on? I thought I was supposed to protect a caravan. Now I'm all confused and completely lost. And I don't understand. Hello to everybody who's in the chat board, by the way. Talking away. I don't understand what's going on. I thought I was supposed to protect a cavern. Or a caravan. So where's this caravan? I don't get it. Maybe I need to keep accepting these guys' quests too, and that'll do it? Let's see, what's going on up here? Okay, climbing up. Nothing up here. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ah, that hurt a lot. Okay. Do I gotta kill these guys? Gather 8 carved stone idols, but I guess I got to get by these guys first. Okay, I'm not going to worry about what's going on with this whole protecting the caravan thing yet. Come on, come on, come on. Got him. All right. So there's that. Yeah, I'm a little confused. And this happens, it's not hard to confuse me. I'm very confusable. But I guess for now I gotta kill these guys. Okay, and now it's popping up on my notifications above saying I failed the Protect the Shipment quest. But I don't know where the guy went. Oh, okay, so these carved idols, I have to get off these guys. Okay. That's fairly straightforward. Go get him. Alright, I will try going back and dealing with that whole stupid Protect the Caravan quest again later. Because I don't... That confused me. I was with the guy, and then all of a sudden the guy disappeared. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. And this is me complaining about a video game. Okay, there's another stone idol. Go get that guy. And I forgot to turn my shield back on. Hopefully I can kill this guy before he gets to me. Yes. Okay. Do you have a stone idol? No. Well, I guess I gotta go in here. Turn on my shield. Do you have a stone idol? Alright. Oh, of course, a guy comes up behind me. Great. Well, I'm just gonna deal with this dude. And then I'm going to freeze that guy in place. And then I'm going to beat the shit out of him. Yep. Give me a stone idol. Yes! Okay, how many more do I need? I need 5 more. Okay, idol. Minion, get that guy. Okay. Alright. And you know, while I've killed that guy, and I didn't get another idol, oh, we got a super chat question in here, so I will answer that. Phil Nguyen writes, Pulp Fiction is flawless to me. It is perfect, but the deleted scenes are subpar at best. It goes to show how important editing is. Oh, I love Pulp Fiction. I'm a little rare in that I don't love Pulp Fiction quite as much as some other people. I mean, I like it very, very much. I dig the movie a whole ton. But you're right. It really does go to show how important editing is. And you know what? Sometimes too, this conversation comes up a lot with director's cuts and everything. Like whenever extra scenes get like released online or whatever, and yes, he's got an idol. A lot of people, like, just because a deleted scene is good, people go, oh, they should have left it in the movie. Well, just because a scene is good doesn't mean it was good for the movie. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take the pace of the movie into consideration. You got to take, you know, like, more is not necessarily better. And sometimes, you know what? Who said something great about that once? It was Mel Gibson. I remember watching the director's commentary of Mel Gibson's Braveheart, and he was talking about cutting scenes from movies, and he's talking about cutting scenes from Braveheart, even scenes that are great. And he talks a little bit about how, you know, having to cut a great scene from a movie, he says, like killing your own children. He said, because you put so much effort and love into all those scenes, but he said, you know, at some point though, you just got to realize that even if the scene is great, it may not be what is best for the movie. And the movie would be better served if the scene wasn't there and we made this one part a little quicker, a little faster, a little better paced. Is it, you know, even if it's a great scene, maybe it's saying something repetitive and blah, blah, blah. And a really good director, this is the difference, I think, between good directors and great directors, is great directors know that just because a scene is great doesn't mean you should keep it in the movie. You know, the great directors are the ones who know, hey, you know what? This movie might be served better if we just take the scene out. And Pulp Fiction, yeah, there's some deleted scenes that I've heard people say before, oh, they should have kept it in because it was kind of a cool scene. Well, yeah, but just because it's a kind of a cool scene doesn't mean it makes the movie better. Like, you might get an overall better movie watching experience if you take it out, and that's why Quentin Tarantino is one of the best directors out there right now. Okay. All right, these dudes are ugly, but he gave me an idol. Okay, I need one more, and then I can get out of here. Geeky Reviews is writing, better Flash villain, Zoom, Savitar, or Reverse Flash? Oh, to me, it's easy. Reverse Flash. I thought Reverse Flash by a mile. Like, I didn't mind Savitar, and I didn't mind Zoom, but they were both kind of derivatives just of Reverse Flash. I thought the Reverse Flash had the best personality. I liked his relationship and his adversarial relationship with Barry a lot more than Savitar's or with Zoom's. And, I mean, Zoom for the most part was just, I'm evil because I'm evil. And I'm not always big on those types of villains. But I thought Reverse Flash was great. I mean, his dialogue was great. His bitterness felt real. He was a great foil. He was as much of a mental opponent to Flash as he was a physical opponent with his speed. So, yeah. But, look, and the one thing I say, I wasn't a big fan of this season of DeVoe as the villain. Wasn't a big fan of DeVoe as a villain. But I will say this. At least it wasn't another speedster. At least for this season. And I just completed a quest. Yay. I think the last time I was playing online, I was level 32. I'm level 34 now, guys. So I'm getting up there. I think there's another quest around here. Where is it? It's in there, so I got to go through these guys first. So yes, as much as I didn't like DeVoe, at least he wasn't another speedster. And that's good. Because I was getting kind of tired 3 seasons in a row of speedster villains. It was getting to be a bit much, to be honest with you. But hey, they tried DeVoe and I didn't like DeVoe, so whatever. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that this past season of Flash, this most recent season, was probably my least favorite of the series so far. Didn't enjoy it a great deal. They had the odd, really good episode this season, but for the most part, I wasn't a big fan of it. Okay, let's see. Still got another couple of guys I got to take out here. Let the minion fire first, just to draw the aggro. It doesn't matter. He's coming after me anyway. But I killed him. Okay, so wait a second. Where's this quest? It should be right here. What am I missing? Am I supposed to go up a building or something? Do I gotta go up this ramp? Maybe? But I thought it was up this ramp and there wasn't anything up here. Let me double check. Yeah, see, there's nothing here. What's going on? Is it under the ramp? Yeah, see, now, look, can you guys see that on my map? Maybe you can't see the exclamation point. There's supposed to be a quest, like, literally right here. And there's nothing here. So I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm just going to go back and turn in that one quest then. So I think I've done everything here that I can do. Alright, and off I ride. Jump. If you hold down the numbers lock key, you can just run automatically. I think I'm about to jump off a big cliff. And these crocodiles are going to chase me, but it doesn't matter. I can outrun them. Can't outrun them on foot, but I can outrun them on horse. I guess I could go north. No, then I gotta go through the water. Screw that. Oh, there are murlocs down here, too. I hate those things. I'm not here for you, crocodile. You're lucky. You're lucky I'm letting you live. You too, spider. Count your lucky stars. Well, wait a minute. I've gone the wrong way. Well, crap. Now I gotta deal with all these idiots. Oh, crap. What's going on? What's hitting me? Ah, damn it. Now I gotta fight. And that guy was trying to help me, so I better go try to help him if I can. Oh, this dude's a level 100. He doesn't need my help. All these frickin' spiders all over me now. All because I went the wrong way. Oh, this is infuriating. Well, thank you, level 100 dude. Appreciate that. Skin this bear. He's probably going to give me like light leather or something. Ruined scraps. Yay. Okay, back on my horse. And now try to get back to turn in this quest. That was an unfortunate detour that I did not want. But I didn't get a good look at what was throwing the fire at me. Just keep running. Just keep running. I see there's another question in there, but let me just get back to the safety of the encampment, and I'm here now. All right, and then I'll get in and take some more questions. All right. Back to the safety of the encampment. All right. Let's see. What's going on over here? Jack Zen writes, if Sony's Spider-Man and Teen Titans Go movie succeeds, what do you think will do? What do you think it will do for animated superhero films? More DC theatrical releases? I don't know. Personally, I think that Teen Titans movie looks like absolute ass. Like absolute complete ass. I like it just I watched that trailer. I'm like, does anybody find this funny? But apparently there are people who finds it funny, and that, my friends, is the pure subjectivity of film. That's why film is so subjective, because I look at these Teen Titan Go trailers, they look like a condemnation on humanity. Like if aliens saw that trailer, they would decide that the human race needs to be wiped out because we suck. If all they saw was the Teen Titans Go trailer, they would want to wipe us out because they would decide that we suck. But there and again is the subjectivity of film. I've heard some people say they really like the trailer. Go figure. As far as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse goes, I'm still not completely sure what I think about it. Yeah, like, in some way, it looks interesting. In some ways, the, what's this? Is there a pending quest that I don't know about? I see an exclamation mark, which means there's a quest around here. I'm guessing it's inside this building, and I gotta go inside of it. So I'll just fall down here and hurt myself. Where's there a silver? I don't see it. It says there's an exclamation point in here. Is it around this corner? Is it in here? Oh, it's the dude behind the counter. Hello, dude or girl behind the counter. It's a little girl with Princess Leia buns. All right. What's the mission? Collect 8 bear rumps from black bears in the Loch Modan. So I guess just got to go out there and kill some bears. Easy enough. I'll accept that. Okay, so as far as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse goes, let's say it does really well. And then again, what's our definition of really well? Is 300 million really well? Is, I guess it's this way. Is 300 million considered really well? Is 400 million considered really well? Like so partially it depends on what's our line of consideration for really well, right? So until we know that, it's difficult to say. But let's say Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse makes 400 million. I don't think it'll make 400 million, but let's assume for a second that it does. Is that enough to kind of make DC look at their lineup? Maybe. In some ways, I'm the wrong guy to ask because I think the DC animated movies are terrible, with a few exceptions. Like, what was some? I just saw one that was not so bad. Like the Dark Knight Returns animated stuff they did was great. There are a few exceptions. Actually, for the most part, I don't like either the Marvel or the DC animated stuff. I don't think they're any good, to be honest with you. But both of them, I think there are some exceptions. Like, I think Marvel's animated, their Doctor Strange animated movie, I think that's an exception. Like I said, I think the Dark Knight Returns stuff is an exception. Most of their stuff I find pretty weak. But again, that's just me. Okay, there's one bear rump. But I'm telling you, if Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse comes out, makes $500 million, then yeah, I think DC will very seriously look at maybe doing some theatrically released stuff. Now, whether that'll be any good or not, I don't know. But I think they would be silly not to at least consider it. Because if Sony can put out an animated Spider-Man movie and make $5 or $6 million, $100 million, then why not put out a Superman, Batman, Justice League, whatever kind of movie you can? I mean, it just seems like it would be common sense. But studios are not always known to have the most common sense. Okay, yay, another bear rump. Okay, what's next? KW Garrett writes, with the right director, actors, and script, could we have a great Oscar-worthy Jar Jar Star Wars origin movie? Testing if you'd ever say no to this format. Look, like I've always said, with the right director, the right script, the right producers, the right studio, on and on and on and on, anything can be a great movie. Anything. And yes, that even includes, as much as it pains me to say it, that even includes a Jar Jar Binks movie. There, I said it, but it's true. It's true. You have all the right players involved who would make it completely execute, and you're dealing with an Oscar-worthy film. As stupid and as ridiculous as that sounds, it's the truth. Okay. Warrington Train Spotter 2778 writes, have you ever fell asleep in a movie theater halfway through a movie? Also, what is the most boring movie you've ever watched? Have I ever fallen asleep? I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in a movie. I don't think I have. I can't think of one that I have. What's the most boring movie I've ever watched? I don't know. That's something I'd have to give some thought to. One movie that certainly comes to mind is the Michael Fassbender film, Light Between Oceans. Oh my God, Light Between Oceans is so bad. Like, I was violently angry coming out of the press screening for that movie. It's like, what a waste of time, energy, effort, everything. I hated that movie. It had no pace whatsoever. It was completely uneventful. It was dreadfully boring. Like, I just hated that movie. So it's probably not the most boring movie I've ever seen, but off the top of my head, that is one that comes off the top of my head. Now, every once in a while, all these spiders pop up around here, and then they die, and I have no idea what the deal with those spiders are. Oh well, just got to keep killing bears. I still need to get 4 more of these rumps. Almost got it. Ah, stupid spider. Just kill it. Okay. Now, please, bear, after all that, please have rump. It has no rump. Okay, I'll just keep looking around for some more bears. This map says there are bears in this area. Is that a bear? That's a bear. Go get him. Damn it, and that spider's going to get involved. Whatever. I'm going to keep my attention on the bear for now. I'll worry about the spider later. Okay, now I will deal with the spider so it doesn't kill my minion. And then just hope that bear has a rump. Okay. Yes, it had a rump. Great. Skin the bear. It's probably not going to have anything. Hey, a light leather. Okay. Let's see. Sergey Vasiliou says, John Campia forever. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That's really nice. I will do my best. Okay, I still need more bears, though. Oh, and now there's, like, freaking little Tunner Rat surveyors around here. All right, I'm going to go back over here to where there's supposed to be bears. All right, well, I'm running around looking for a bear. Ben Rayner writes, I'm excited for the Arrow movie. I mean, Robin Hood. Yeah, that Robin Hood trailer. Look, I don't hate it. But, what is this? Haunted, periodically affected by the spirit realm. Oh, I'm haunted. That's why those spiders just jump up out of nowhere. Got it. I am haunted for the next 4 minutes. Come on, bears. Oh, there's a bear over there. Go get a minion. But the one with Taron Egerton, yep, it totally looks like the CW Arrow, like a movie. See, that's what these spiders are. I'm haunted. So I bet if I put off like a freeze spell right now, it would draw aggro on them and they'd start attacking me. Fortunately, they don't last very long. Please have a rump. I'm getting tired of running around looking for bears. Okay, good. It has a rump. So 2 more I need to get. Let's see here. But yes, it really does feel like the CW Arrow trailer. It really does. Now, look. It's Taron Egerton. It's Robin Hood. It's a classic story. Maybe it'll be awesome. I mean, maybe, right? It's possible. I was going to kill this thing for the hell of it. That was kind of mean, probably. Okay, from up here, there's a bear. Go get him. But I don't care. I'm still interested in it. But yeah, it looks like a Guy Ritchie. That movie looks like Guy Ritchie did a movie version of CW's Arrow. That's exactly what it looks like. But I can't help it. I'm still very curious to see it. We'll see. Okay, if this has a rump... Oh, they had no rump. Okay. Well, there's another bear. Hopefully that one will have a rump. And as much as I like... Here's the other question I have. As much as I like Taron Egerton, and I like him a lot. By the way, if you've not seen him in Eddie the Eagle, you got to watch him in Eddie the Eagle. He's so good in that. Him and Hugh Jackman are both great, and they have a great chemistry together on screen. I love them in that movie. I just don't see him as Robin Hood. Oh, good. I need only one more. Yeah, I just cannot see him as Robin Hood. Okay, that's not a bear. I should go back towards the circle, I guess. Yeah, it's not registering with me. My eyes are getting sore. Hold on a second. It's just not registering with me as Robin Hood. For whatever reason. And that's not me saying he's not a good actor. He's a great actor. I love him. But something about the trailers is just not clicking with me as, like I said, as a Robin Hood. So we'll just wait and see, I guess. Oh, I guess I forgot to skin this bear. But I was too late. Okay, I need another bear. There's a bear. Hopefully this will be the last bear I need to get. Okay. Oh, there's another bear over there. That's good. Okay, good. Please have one. Nope. But there's another bear up there. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this last bear. I think this bear is the bear. So I'll send my minion after him. I'll sit here and pick him off from a distance. Right at the edge of my range. And this should do it. Okay. Oops, he's still alive. That was a mistake. Yes, bear rump. Good. Mission complete. Okay, next one. The Bandicoot Brawler writes, over under 30%, Aquaman makes over 100 million opening weekend. Ooh, good question. That is a good number. It's both a good over and under percentage, and that 100 million line is a good line. That's a good question. Well, very well done, Bandicoot Brawler. I am going to go... Oh, 30%'s a good line. You know what? I'm going to take the over on 30% that Aquaman makes more than 100 million opening weekend. Now, if you set it at 55% or something, I'd probably be tempted to take the under. But, oh, she's inside the hotel. The inn. Sorry, it's not a hotel. It's an inn. I had people yell at me. I called the inn a hotel before, and I actually had somebody yelling at me about that. It's not a hotel, it's an inn. So, turn this in. Get 7,300 experience. There we go. Gets me even closer to my goal. Yes. Okay. Again, the over, the under on the 100 million. I'm going to take over on the 30%. Now, not much more. And look, we got to keep in mind that Justice League didn't get 100 million opening weekend. Let me pull up here, if you'll indulge me for a second while I just look up something. What was it's like 93 million? Is that what it made opening weekend? Something like that. Justice League on its opening weekend made 93 million. Right on the nose. Well done, John. So let's keep in mind that our expectations for Aquaman shouldn't be too terribly high. I've got the hiccups now. Our expectations should not be ridiculously high. Because again, it's the DCU is struggling. Justice League faltered. And if Justice League didn't make 100 million, it's not fair to expect Aquaman to make over 100 million. But you got James Wan. I'm hearing really good things about the trailer. DC, look, think what you will about DC. They make hella good trailers. Like, they make awesome trailers. So, with the excitement of James Wan being involved there, you know, I'm just going to go to another location because I think I've pretty much quested this entire place out. Well, there is this thing over here, but I don't know how to get there. It looks like down here there's a little bit of a road. You know what, why not? I'll hop on my horse and see what I can do down there. But with James Wan being involved, which is great, James Wan just makes hits. I mean, that's what James Wan does. He makes hits. With everybody saying the footage of Aquaman is looking really good, with good buzz about the trailer, with the trailer debuting at Comic-Con, could cause some good momentum. It's possible. So, while I don't think it's fair for any of us to expect Aquaman to do like over 100 million on opening weekend, if you're setting the over under 30%, I'll go, yeah. I'll take the over on 30. I wouldn't have taken the over on 50. I may not have even taken the over on 40. But I'll take the over on 30. Sure. 30% being the number, I'll take it. Okay, so now there's a little road here, and I don't know if this little road here will actually go to where that exclamation point is, but I'm going to try it. See what happens. Running up the hill. South Pass Gate. Okay. So this is an area I've never been to yet before. So this is all... Oh, why is it the ground shaking? I don't know if you can see that. Okay. All right. New area. Now, apparently there's a quest around here somewhere. And there's a quest. Okay, before I pick up the quest, I'm going to go to the next question. Phil Nguyen writes, do you ever fill in plot holes in your head? Example, Tony suddenly becoming Iron Man again in Ultron. I imagine he got bored with his mansion in Iron Man 3. That is probably still the biggest plot hole. Well, you know what? No. Let me time out. It's not a plot hole. It's just a really big gaping gap, right? Because at the end of Iron Man 3, it's, I'm done being Iron Man, taking out the reactor out of my chest, all done with Iron Man. And then all of a sudden, we're in Ultron and he's Iron Man again. What's the story there? I mean, that's a huge gaping hole, right? I wouldn't call it a plot hole. I'll call it a narrative gap. Because it's not like it's inconsistent. It's just that clearly something happened between here and here that got him to be Iron Man again. And it's almost like Kevin Feige and the guys at Marvel just went, whatever. Just he's Iron Man again, and we'll just ask people to accept it. So that is a pretty big gaping hole. Do I ever play fill in the gaps? You know what? I should play fill in the gaps, but normally I don't. But I totally could. I mean, I totally could with something like that, but I normally don't. Let's see here. Where are we? Sean Donahue writes, extremely upset that the new Star Wars series Resistance has no Force users. The only Rebel episodes that were good dealt with the Force. It's going to fail. Oh, I wouldn't say that, Sean. I wouldn't say that at all. The Star Wars universe is a big, huge, wide, vast universe. Solo was a really good movie. It has no Force users. The galaxy is much bigger than the Force users. As a matter, the Force users make up such a tiny percentage of the galaxy. So yeah, look, you can make it all about the Force. It doesn't mean it's going to be good. You can make it nothing about the Force, and it could be awesome. So I'd be really hesitant to just predetermine that unless they make the show what you or I want it to be about, then it has no chance of success. I reject that. There's a lot of shows that aren't Star Wars related that don't have Force users, and they can succeed. Star Wars is not only about the Force. Is it a key cornerstone? Yes, but not everything has to be about the Force. Look, yes, there's that one great scene with Darth Vader in Rogue One. But 95% of Rogue One has nothing to do with Force users or Vader or anything like that. And that movie's great. So, look, and the show may suck. I mean, Star Wars The Resistance might be a terrible, terrible show. Okay, it could be terrible. But if it's terrible, it's going to be terrible because they don't do well with the scripts, because they don't do well with their storytelling, because they don't have good dialogue, they don't give us compelling plots. If it fails, it's going to be because of that. I don't think it's going to fail because it does or does not have Force users. I don't think that's a fair way of looking at it. I think you need to go into things with a little bit more of an open mind. So, hey, maybe the show will suck. But again, if it does suck, it's not going to be because it does. Look, if the show's bad, dropping in a Force user, it'll still be bad, right? If you have bad plots and you don't have really good narrative and you don't have compelling characters and you don't have good dialogue, then just adding a Force user to your bad plot, bad narrative, bad dialogue, all that, that's not going to suddenly magically make the show any better, right? The show's either going to be good or bad because it's a good show or it's a bad show. I really don't think it's going to be dependent upon. Now, that doesn't mean I don't like seeing my Force users in my Star Wars stuff. Obviously, I do. But I think we are shortchanging ourselves if we go into any new movie, whether it's a Star Wars movie or a drama, a cop show, a comic book movie, whatever, with a predetermined expectation that unless you do this, it's not going to be good. And I just don't think that's true, man. So I think we got to mutually agree that we got to go into these things with an open mind and just see if it's any good. Once again, let me say it again. If the show's bad because of bad narrative, bad plot, bad dialogue, just dropping in a Force user or two isn't going to change it. It's still going to be a bad show. If the movie has good plots, good narrative, good dialogue, the lack of a Force user isn't going to stop it from being a good show. So let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. See how it goes. And just evaluate it with an open mind. Why is the ground shaking? That's happened a couple of times now. Is there a dragon? Wait, I see a shadow of a dragon. See, do you see right here? There's a shadow where... Holy crap, there's a skeleton dragon above my head. Oh, it's a player. It's a flying mount of a player. Got it. So anyway, let me do one more here. Dirk Diggler saying, hey, John, hope you read the EW. Oh, I did read the EW article, Dirk. Thank you for sending that to me. Toby Emmerich said, if you want to see a boring movie to fall asleep by, then watch Solaris, directed by Steven Soderbergh. 1972? Hold a second. 1971. But that's Andrei Tarkovsky. Are you talking about... Hold a second. I think you are talking about the 2002 movie directed by Steven Soderbergh with George Clooney and Viola Davis. Yes, that movie was not so good. Absolutely. But as a matter of fact, yes. And you know what, Dirk? Do me a favor. In the regular chat board, Dirk, put the link to that article because that's a really fun article. And I think Emmerich actually says some really smart things in that article. And so do me a favor, Dirk, put the link to that in the regular chat board just so everybody can see the article that we're talking about. Okay, let me pull up this quest. Okay, I got to find a pilot north of Helm's Bed Lake. Okay, that's my quest. And I got to go this way. Yep. So I got to go to a new area that I've not been to yet, and I got to go through the pass. So here I go. I still want to know what's causing the earthquakes. Okay, Luna Comics writes, where'd Luna Comics go? Luna writes, is Wonder Woman 2 coming out in 2019? Does that mean DC is back to 2 movies a year? They moved Wonder Woman... Hold a second. Yeah, they moved Wonder Woman, I believe, to November, right? Yeah, November, yeah. They moved it to November. So, in 2019, what's the other one? They got Shazam's 2019. So, does that automatically mean they've gone back to 2 movies a year? I don't know if Warner Brothers... Now, wait a second, there's a question mark around here. Oh, the dude's dead. Ooh. This cloak is big. Oh yeah, the cloak way better. I'm going to take that cloak. I'm going to complete the quest. Look around the house. Okay, so I got to kill some kind of big white bear. Oh, there he is. Okay, shield up. And kill this dude. Level 35 elite. Holy crap, this thing's tough. But I killed it. And what will a 35 elite bear give me? A medium leather, not bad. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, Luna, it means that they have 2 movies coming out in 2019. I don't know, again, if that signifies that, and I got to go back. I don't know if that signifies that Warner Brothers hereby reinstitutes the policy that we have 2 films every year. Yeah, I don't know if that's the case. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Okay. Right this way. All right. Chris Parker writes, I think the Travolta ascents firmly ended with Michael. Oh, that's probably true. Broken Arrow will always be a guilty though. Broken Arrow is a guilty pleasure of mine too. I actually love a broken. One of my favorite lines is when they're talking about how they lost a nuclear weapon, and they call it a broken arrow. So in Broken Arrow, when a nuclear warhead goes missing, the code word for that is a broken arrow. And I remember this one line in it where the guy goes, I don't know what's more disturbing, that you're missing a nuclear warhead or that it happens so often you actually have a name for it. I don't know why, but that line from Broken Arrow just completely sticks in my head. Turn this in. Quest completed. Go to the Valley of the Kings. Okay, I'll do that. But first, I want to equip this cloak, because this cloak is way better than what I'm wearing currently on my back. So I'll bring this over here. And there we go. That made it all worth it, because that's a pretty powerful cloak. That works good for me. I'm very happy with that. Okay, where do I got to go turn in this quest? I got to go southeast. Okay. Call up the horse. And start heading southeast. And yeah, I don't think you're wrong about Mike. I mean, there's just a number of those bad movies he put out, man. Let's see. Luna Comics writes, when do you think Warner Brothers will announce the DC slate? I don't know. I mean, first of all, look, we already know 3 movies they've got coming out. Like, we've got Aquaman coming out, we've got Wonder Woman 2, and we got Shazam. I mean, that's already a pretty good slate. Here's what they want to be careful of, and this is something I think the new head of the DC films, Walter Hamada, I think he's going to want to be careful of. See, in the past, DC has gotten way ahead of themselves by announcing 55, here's all the amazing movies coming out, and like none of them are even on the production schedule anymore, right? So I think they'll want to play a little bit more cautious. And they'll want to be a little bit more cautious. Okay, Southgate report. Continue. Man, I'm like 3/4 of the way now to level 35. I am on my way. So I think they're going to want to be careful about getting ahead of themselves. Here's the only thing. At Comic-Con, they're going to talk a lot about Wonder Woman. They're going to talk a lot about Shazam. Obviously, they're going to talk a lot about Aquaman, and they're going to debut the trailer for Aquaman. The only other thing I think they should worry about is Batman. Tell us what the hell is going on with Batman. It has been over a year since you announced that Matt Reeves was directing Batman. It's been over a year. And apparently he just turned in a first treatment. Like, not even a first draft of the script, just a first treatment. So just give us some clarity about what's going on with Batman. Okay? Everybody's been very, very patient. Everybody's been incredibly patient. Now's the time to tell us what your plan is for Batman. And I think when they tell us their plans for Batman, more than Shazam, more than Wonder Woman, more than Aquaman, their plans for Batman will probably tell us a lot about what direction the DC universe is going to go in the future. So I just really hope that they tell us about that. That's what I'm really hoping for. Let's see. Dirk Diggler writes, correction, watch the 2002. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like the 19th. First of all, there's a 1971, but yeah, I figured that out. And you're right. It is a very, very boring movie. It's a very boring movie. All right, final 2 questions, and then I'm going to call it a night because Anne should be getting home, and she and I are going to have dinner. Third Man 3 writes, why do these Star Wars trolls believe everyone who speaks out on Twitter is controlled by Disney? They call anybody who's associated with Star Wars Disney employees. Well, I mean, because here's the thing. And they're not the only ones to do it. All right, but here's what they're doing. What you do when you can't win an argument, what you do is try to create a shiny off topic to change topics, right? So here's the thing. There are some people who are so incredibly pathetic and weak. Remember, we're not talking about anybody who doesn't like the new Star Wars movies. There's a lot of people out there who don't like the new Star Wars movies for honest reasons, and they just don't like the new Star Wars movies. No problem. That's great. There are Star Wars movies I don't like too. But here's what the really weak-minded do. The weak-minded go, I can't handle that other people think differently than me, therefore I need to make an excuse. I need to make an excuse for why that person doesn't agree with me, because if somebody disagrees with me, that invalidates my opinion. And they can't handle that. When in reality, you don't need to have your opinion validated. You're fine. You have your opinion. It's fair. Nobody can invalidate your opinion. But these weak-minded idiots are so weak, they're like, I can't handle that somebody else thinks differently than me, therefore I need to create an excuse. I need to create a distraction. I need to create something that tries to discredit the fact that they think differently than me. And one of the very popular ways that the incredibly weak idiots do is even propel this thing of, oh, that film critic said this, he works for Disney. I mean, I get that a lot. I mean, it's crazy. I work for Sony, I work for Disney, I work for Warner Brothers, I work for everybody. Anyway, but what the really weak do is, since they can't handle that other people have a different opinion than them, they slap an excuse on it. Say, you work for Disney. It's like, okay, so you don't want to talk about the issue. You just want to be a little crybaby about it. So yeah, it is really infuriating. It's a part of the toxic fandom. And yeah, and by the way, it's not just those people. This is something that happens across the whole spectrum. People can't handle somebody else not having an opinion that fits with theirs, and instead of engaging that and accepting that, they create excuses for other people having an opinion. You just don't get it. That's a popular excuse people make up. No, that other person gets it. They just don't agree with you. So yeah, it's infuriating. It sucks, but hey, it is what it is. No one writes, need some heirlooms, John, increases your experience by 50 points. But you gotta pay for heirlooms, don't you? And look, here's the thing, no one. When I was playing Warcraft before, there was no such thing as heirlooms. So I am very unfamiliar with these heirlooms. But I did a little bit of looking into it, and it seems like you got to pay for them. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll look more into it. If you have a good link, no one, to a good thing that just clearly describes what heirlooms are and how you get them easily, do me a favor. Email me at john@thejohncampiashow.com. My email address to send me stuff is john@thejohncampiashow.com. And just put like heirlooms as the subject or something like that. And let me know what it is I'm missing out on, because I'd be curious to know. All right, final question. And then we'll wrap up today's session. Comes to us from Carnell B, who writes, hey, John. Broken Arrow is also a guilty pleasure. I love the line about losing a nuke as well. Just showing some love, have fun. Thank you so much, Carnell. And yeah, it is. You know what? And wasn't that NFL play-by-play, wasn't he one of the villains? Howie Long. Wasn't Howie Long like one of the villains in Broken Arrow as well? With the straight edge haircut and the straight edge jaw. That dude has the squarest jaw in the history of manly square jaws. But I think that's the one where he was one of the villains. Anyway, yeah, it is a little bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. I should go back and watch that movie again at some point. All right, guys. That'll wrap it up for me. I got to go get ready for dinner. Almost at level 35. I'm excited. I'll probably play again tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening around the same time that I did this time, like around 5:30, 5:45. So you guys want to come back and join me? Come on back and join me. Thanks a lot for everything, guys. Again, tomorrow morning, the John Campea Show goes live at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. That's 11:30 a.m. East Coast time. Talking about all the movies and movie news and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you come. There's a great chat board of people, great film fans, just talking amongst each other. Make sure you come back and join us for that. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. Thanks a lot for joining me. And until next time, bye-bye.